Alrighty, ready?
Go back and forth.
Yeah.
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 Even that fucking chicken.
Well, welcome back to another episode in Webcomic Addicts. I am Disco Dicer with my co-host.
Sharkeisha. Hi.
Ow, my
No,
co-bitch.
my name's Nana. Is Carrion, also known as Nana. Fuck off.
I love my cheeky. Anyway, the two stories we're going to be discussing today is Unholy Blood and Light and Shadow. And you know how it goes, but if you're new, we talk a little bit about the story and things we like, but then we do spoiler time, so if you're just here to find out what to read next, well, we have a point for that. And usually all that shit's in the description. So anyway, you ready to talk about Unholy Blood?
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh.
I just finished reading this before we started recording. I'm not
She
even
was sitting there
kidding.
crying.
Oh my god, I was crying. We
I
will
was
save that
choking my
for
chicken.
spoiler time. So, do you want me to read it?
That's up to you, either or.
So, for this, for Unholy Blood, the plot is... I'm gonna fuck up her name.
I always fuck up all their names.
Hey Yana. Let's just say it like that. It's
Hayan?
a vampire, but
Is it
what?
Hayan?
Hayan. I'm gonna have to
I
like
don't know.
put it to Google Translate or some shit, but I'm gonna butcher it.
Butcher
Hayan is a
every name.
vampire, but not any kind of vampire, but a pure blood. He tries to live a peaceful, almost human life, but the world is being destroyed by other vampires. She goes into action and tries to help the world. The author / artist is Lena Im, and oh fuck, I can't read the name.
Hey, it's a Ju Jun Jung Hainyon Kim.
We're so sorry if we butchered the names. We're
Yep.
the what?
Oh, side note about this. Actually, the author, I was reading some things. I think it was the author who was talking about how originally this was supposed to be a volleyball story. A sports story.
This is nowhere close to
Yeah.
being a sports story. That is fucking hilarious.
Yes, it was supposed to be a volleyball thing, but she knew nothing, or he knew nothing about, I think it was she, knew nothing about, like, volleyball or
This
nothing.
is why you watch Haikyuu.
Yep. And then they just... And then I guess they, like, their published were like, hey, you should totally not do that. And they're like, okay, I'm gonna do an action romance.
It's fucking great, I'll tell you that much. So, at the end, we will talk about our Best Boy Awards
Yeah, best boy awards. Oh,
after this specific one.
Best
'cause there's-
Best boy. We'll have a theme song.
Where you can read this is Webtoon. It's just Unholy Blood on Webtoon. There is 92 chapters, and it is completed.
It's very short, actually. Very short story, actually.
It's a bit, yeah, compared to other stories, like, you know, some of them are like fucking 100 and still going. And
Oh,
some
don't
shit.
get me going about solo leveling right now. Like, gosh, that's so long.
Wait, solo leveling?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, we'll talk about that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that another day. Just have to catch up on that.
But the art style, fucking immaculate.
I really do love how it's like very contrasty. It's like between night and day and everything, and it's has very bright colors when the moments captures the moments really well. The artist.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
I just what I love about the art is like there's just so much fucking detail, even down to like the littlest thing. The detail is just fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm. And I like how well they drew out the action scenes and stuff, because usually it's very hard to draw out action scenes, something I've been practicing for my own future story. And it's hard to draw a very cohesive action scene without, like, being confused or blotting out, don't know what's happening, who hit who kind of shit.
Yeah. It's I'll tell you this much. From the other action shit that I've seen, that's pretty fucking nice, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Would I say panel it really well, or just they draw it really well?
Both. They
Like you
both
said, it's not.
they plot it out really well, where it's cohesive versus like other
Yeah.
things are very not fluid. like they
There
have
it
it.
is. Fluid. That's a good
Yeah.
word for it. It's very fluid. That's a fucking amazing word for it, actually.
Yeah, and it's something I'm probably look back on and reference a lot for my own stories. Because there's a lot of fighting that goes in my stories too.
Would you like to talk about the characters?
Yes, of course.
Fucking hate you.
Chicky.
Chicky.
I love Hanyan. I hope that's how we say it. I don't know. That's my best guess.
Hey, Jan.
Hey, Yan.
I'm gonna fucking keep talking. I'm gonna Google Translate real quick.
Okay. I love how she is a very strong female lead, and she has very good character develop. Like she's totally hot and shit and a badass. But I love her kind, sweet nature. It sticks with her throughout the story. And I love how the build-up of her character development and everything that happened to her. And then I don't know how to say. Is it Unte? Unte?
I said Unte.
Unte.
But you can just call him Huang.
Juan?
That's his last name or his surname, I guess.
He's fucking
it's
hot.
Huang.
That's what made me read the story.
It's true.
I saw him. I'm like, who's that? I will read you. I want to find out. Please don't be toxic male. But I love him so much.
So it's Hayan.
It's Hayan. I was close.
It's Hayan.
Yeah. Hayan.
It's Hayan.
Hayan. I was very close.
Yunti is his first name. Yunti. It's just from Google Translate, so it's probably fucking wrong too.
Probably not. Everyone down below who speaks actually Korean, it's gonna be coming at us.
Oh, but bitch, we ain't Korean.
We not. I'm a full-blooded
We
American.
appreciate the Koreans.
We do.
But
I'm white as
oh
fuck.
my god, Yuntae is fucking immaculate.
Mm-hmm.
I like back to Hayan. I just, like you said, I love her so much. She's very sweet. She's just so caring, especially when it comes to her family.
Mm-hmm.
She is the sweetest. She will do anything for her family. And I love that. Because nowadays, you just see, my family's a piece of shit, blah, 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 blah. Like, no, this is a wholesome fucking family. Like with Liana's family, they're super cute, super supporting. Like, I love that. I love that. Because I feel like when it comes to making stories, there's always a bad family in the mix, instead of like a very strong supporting like background of like, it's just the fam. They love me.
Exactly.
If that makes sense.
She's just a very caring person. And I love her character development she has throughout the story and stuff like that.
And and it's her favorite. It's her favorite. She's a strong female lead.
Mm-hmm. We love strong female leads.
Who can defend herself.
And we love equally strong male leads. Or second female lead. We haven't found a story that actually with a good, like...
I don't think I've ever seen a story with, like, second... Maybe... No, not Beatrice from Liliana. No.
No, she's more like a villain.
Yeah. But with her, she never stops being one. And I love that.
Mm-hmm. And then I love Unte because besides being hot, he's actually very sweet and caring. And
he's soft boy.
Yeah. And you think, like, he's going to betray her at some point or something's going to happen. It doesn't happen. Just tell you now. He's such a good boy.
Can't stand you.
Go
ahead.
I'm sorry that Father Michael doesn't have... Yeah, I shouldn't really talk about that yet.
That's spoiler time. We'll get to that.
But he's a caring and loving person, too, just in his own weird way.
Yeah. Oh my god, what he did. We have to get the spoiler time. We have to spill the tea.
Mm-hmm. Should we just skip over the rest of the characters and go to story?
We can just address the characters very quickly and then move on.
Mm-hmm. Well, some of the other characters are very, like, spoilery to the story.
Actually, yeah, let's just go to spoiler time.
Yeah. Spoiler time!
If you don't want to hear anything about this story, if you haven't read it, please skip. There will be a timestamp in the description.
This is spoiler chicken now.
You want to start it off?
I don't know where to start it off.
All right, let's start it off. Father Michael
he's hot.
Made me cry. That's it. No, I'm just kidding. His relationship with Hayan was really sweet.
Yeah, you think he's
And
very cold-hearted, but he's just naturally like that. Like, he doesn't...
yeah,
But he cares and wants to protect. He
what
attacks, he protects.
he protects. But what I want to address is the fact that this is a big spoiler. I mean, it's really early on, so it's not really big of a spoiler.
Yeah.
He died
Yeah.
protecting his kids because Hyann had two younger siblings. It was them and Father Michael, and they were
Mm-hmm.
living in a church. And the vampires found out where she was because she is a pureblood vampire.
They want to eat her
And
heart.
he did his best to defend her. Yo, he went the fuck off. Like, he went into full, I'm gonna shoot everybody's head off. He had explosives. He had everything. He was fucking strapped.
He was, like, dripping.
Yeah.
Apparently, he could shoot in the same spot without, like... like, he has the best aim.
Yeah.
His aimbot assist.
He's a bonuses. What what else I really liked was the fact that after, I guess, Hyann was trying to come to terms with his death, she found a whole bunch of letters and memorabilia of him like trying to say like how much he cared about her and how much he loved her,
Mm-hmm.
but he just couldn't bring himself to tell her right off the bat because he was scared of getting. I guess he was scared of like putting down his cold demeanor and being soft in front of her because I feel like he was trying to be like that really hard parent. If
Or
that
something
makes sense.
happened to him. Because I think he felt like something will eventually happen. He didn't want her to get attached to him. He didn't want to get attached to her.
That didn't fucking work.
No, because they all became soft family together.
Yeah. We didn't even address Johan. Yo, there's some spicy ass men in this fucking shit.
I know, they're all fucking hot, bruh.
Mm-hmm.
Johan's a bitch.
Do you want to talk about the Johan part?
Yeah, he's the villain of the fucking story, if you didn't know that. If you're watching this in spoiler time, bruh, you're ruining the story for yourself. But if you don't care, bruh, he's hot, but he's a fucking dumbass.
Oh my god.
He turns the
So,
world into vampires. He wants power, but he also wants the woman, but at the same time, he wants to eat her heart.
yeah, he just like he couldn't understand like what his feeling was. Sorry, this is all fresh in my mind because I just finished reading this.
Because he's
He
stuck in a
couldn't
child's body. Not really body, but like mindset.
mindset of like I need this, I need this, I need this.
And also, he was like so put like something I thought really stupid was like all of a sudden he want like I thought it was so stupid his character build up for why he's a villain is all because he got stabbed in the eye, and that's what
No,
triggered him.
it was the he was getting abused. I
That's
mean, yeah,
true.
that was like the breaking point, I think.
Yeah, because he became
But
obsessive over his eye.
yeah. So what had the buildup was is that his mom was an alcoholic and she was just a horrible parent. He was getting bullied in school.
Mm-hmm.
His stepdad was using him to do like drug trades, and then he was getting beat up at home. He was getting beat up at school, and then he
Mm-hmm.
met Hyann. I can't fucking say her name. She met, and
Diane.
she became like the light of his life. She was younger at the time.
Like a small child.
So, she was like maybe 7 or 8. She was very young, and he started to improve. He started doing better in school. People started to like him. He was still having a bad home life, but it wasn't as bad. He was just doing the best that he could, but
Mm-hmm.
he still things would still go wrong, and he felt trapped. And I understand that the shit that happened to him was absolutely horrible. It was sad, but he just went into this whole villain arc of like every single person that looks at me is evil. He didn't take into consideration that Hyann and her parents were welcoming, they were warm, they were open, they were
Mm-hmm.
just being so nice. They even told him like we're gonna move. They made him a okay, fuck.
Yeah,
They made him a
I'm just sitting here like she
I
going
know.
right off course.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just read it. Am I talking too much?
No, you're fine.
They
For the people who don't know, he was dying, and
yeah.
her family she asked him to help him, and they decided to turn him into a vampire. And you think they're gonna be all a big happy family vampires, but no, what happened was Johann craved more power. I think that's what the main thing too was.
Yeah, he got power drunk.
Yeah, he thought he was gonna leave. They were gonna move away and start a new life for Johann and everything, so he can get a fresh start. But he wanted to go to his bullies and ask, like, get them to apologize at least once, and they just kind of shit on him, and so he shit
Yeah,
on
they
them.
like fake apologize and then he just like ripped them a new one.
He ripped them apart, gave them
And
new
then
assholes.
he ended up getting so like hell bent on a power that he ended up killing her parents and eating their heart or like whatever,
Nom nom
and
nom.
he became half pure blood. But his eye that was stabbed did not change, and that kind of just stuck with him for his entire
He was like so
like
obsessed
growing
about
up
that.
life. He was so obsessed with it.
That's what I was meant to say earlier. Was he's so obsessed over that eye? I thought it was so stupid, in my opinion.
Yeah, it was just. I guess I don't know. I don't know. It was very like to be obsessed with, and he was also very guilt ridden after killing her parents.
No, he wasn't until the very end when he met her again.
No, they were saying like he was talking about it to her, and he was saying that at times he would feel so guilty. He just never showed it.
Yeah, and he realized that he can't go back. He just go forward. But
Hmm.
he did make a cure though in the end, but that doesn't forgive.
Yeah,
'Cause I feel like he's stuck being a villain to help build up Hyan to make her more powerful, and then to get
I
rid of
just
all of his minions and everything at the same time. Because he realized he built made too many villains in the end. Too many evil people. Too many sad
I just
backstories.
I just want to know. I just
Daniel
want to
gets best
know
boy.
how. Yeah, he does. He gets. He's a big lion. Oh, we didn't talk about Vale.
That's why I mentioned it.
Vale was one of the angels of death. One of the angels of death was like one of his accomplices. He had like this table of people that were like his like high like his men or whatever. They were just high
Yeah,
tier people.
his right hand man and everything.
Hmm.
And people were like, "Oh, I want power too," but then they realized the lengths you have to go for power, and
Yeah.
some of their morals were coming back. Not all, but some.
Yeah. Well, at the end, fucking towards the end, they almost died, and I
I
started crying.
knew he was gonna
And
be
then
dead.
she saved his life, started crying again. Fucking, oh my god, it was a fucking roller coaster. And
Uh,
it was just, I fucking, I love this manga, manhwa,
I
or
just want them.
webtoon.
I want to see their children.
I do too, they're being so fucking cute.
I just want to see the children once. Let me see the children. I just want to see
Let
the
me see the
babies.
babbies.
I want to see the babies. Oh my god, there's a piece of plastic on my computer for me chopping up my fork. Sorry, I get fidgety when I just sit here. So I chopped up my plastic fork. That's what you hear in the background is me chopping. Plus, you don't want to hear this the whole time. But I enjoyed all the vampire abilities and stuff. They all had unique abilities and shit like that. I do think Johann was a good villain.
I
I
think
think
so too.
I think once he realized he can't go back, he decided to be what unites the world and becomes more of a villain. I think that's
Hmm.
what was his goal in the end because he made a cure in the end, and I think he
I'm so
intentionally,
curious
yeah.
to like
I,
why he did that.
I think he knew he was becoming the villain, and he created like an army of like evil people, like not evil, but like he did, like he's gonna destroy the world and shit. I think he just wants someone to take him down, so that's why he built. Just went after her now to
Yeah.
eat her. To say he's gonna eat her heart, but in reality, he just wants to move on, not be forgiving, and all that shit. Kind of like what happened at my favorite anime called Code Geass with Lelouch.
Oh, I've never fucking seen that shit. I always wanted to see it.
I liked it a lot. People said they didn't like the character, but I think I liked it. I liked the character a lot. But this is
Should we
not
give
about
our
anime.
ratings? I was just about to say, should we do our ratings for this? For Unholy
Yeah.
out of 5? Our ratings are gonna be out of 5, by the way.
It's gonna be -20 for me. No, I'm joking.
Oh, bitch!
Give this a solid 4.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say like 4.5, just because Daniel's best boy,
Best boy, best
and
boy.
Vale is the owner of best boy. We didn't talk about him at all.
I feel bad. We didn't really talk about all the other things. I wrote a lot of notes about stuff, but we're all like everywhere.
ADHD, bro.
Yeah, we
We'll get
both
better at this eventually.
two ADHD people. One day we might do this live streams too if we get enough people to follow.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Hint, hint. Nudge, 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 nudge. No reaction to my chicken anymore. I'm sad.
Fuck you. I'm numb. I'm numb to it.
I'm
So,
so. uh,
I can't with you.
anyways, time to move on to the next story.
Yeah. You're gonna fucking kill that chicken.
It's gonna be dead by the end of the week, so I'm taking it to work. Someone's gonna murder
Oh my
it.
god.
Anyhow, Light and Shadow is the next one we'll be talking about. And do you want me to read all the shit?
Yes. I did the first one.
The plot is about Edna who was tricked to be. I wrote this really terribly.
Do you want me to just say it off the top of my head?
No, I can do it. So Edna was tricked. Well, not really tricked. She was used to be married off to Duke Eli when his daughter was supposed to be picked off to be married, but Edna actually holds some secrets and shit. The author slash artist is Ryu Hyang or Ha Yang, and he
Ryu
won.
Hyung.
You can find this on Tappy. I reread it on Tappy Toon. I think it might be on Tappist. Don't quote me on that.
They are named. They always confuse me with those fucking names because they're really similar.
Yeah, I don't think they're not owned by the same company either. They're two different people.
Mhm. I don't think so.
I don't really have a lot to talk about the art. The art seems very like straight
It
to
was
the
tame.
point. Yeah, it's not
It was
overly
tame.
flashy. It's not really any crazy uniqueness to it. It has some good lighting and stuff in there too. I don't know. I'm a sucker for some good color and shit like that, and like playing with techniques and shit like that. But not a lot about the art.
Yeah, the art was okay. I mean, it was good. It got to the point, like she said. Um, I think. I mean, it could have been better. I'm not gonna shit on this one because there's a theme with
Yeah,
this. It's strong women or
there
strong
is.
women leads
You can tell
today.
what our
So
type is.
yeah, I'm not gonna shit on this one because I actually really enjoyed this one and I think she was pretty fucking badass, especially what she went through.
Mm-hmm. Also, did you notice that most of the characters have normal-ish names, not like crazy ass names?
Yeah, like fucking yeah,
It's Edna
literally Edna
Eli.
and Eli. That's it.
Yeah,
Finally.
like everyone else has such crazy either made-up name, which sometimes sound pretty, but almost like you never like imagine this guy's names. It's like what the fuck?
It's like I
Um,
get trying to be creative with the names because it's like, oh, it makes my character stand out more. But
yeah.
like I want to know how to pronounce it when I'm fucking reading it
Also, I
so I don't
think
feel like an idiot.
because most of the what we're reading is mostly from Korea and shit, like Korean
Yeah, of
authors.
course. I mean,
So I don't think it translates well what name they picked out because I think they're trying to make it more not like some of the stories, not all stories, because it's a lot of fantasy stories. So of course it's not gonna really have Korean names. It's gonna take place in more of like a Western medieval time theme. So they always like make up their own name. It doesn't translate well.
it's just I don't fucking. It's just sometimes the names are just like way too fucking much.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah,
I just the relationship. This isn't really a spoiler because this happens in the first few chapters, so it's not
yeah.
really a spoiler. What happens in the beginning, I kind of didn't like it because it was kind of like he found out that he wasn't the daughter of a nobleman, and they had intercourse. This is not a
Basketball.
smut, by the way. By the
It's
way,
not.
it was just,
It's hinted.
it's hinted, yes. And she was not. It's like it. I don't really know how to describe it. I think that was like the only thing I didn't like about it is that it seemed like she was like not okay with it, and it was just like okay. The guy was just like Eli was just like I want to get this shit done,
Yeah, he wants to get it over
And
with. He was very
yeah,
hard boy in the beginning.
yeah, he was very like pissed and he took it out on her and
Yeah.
I didn't like that. And at the beginning she seemed very like, "Oh no, don't hurt me." And
Oh,
later on
don't
you're
hurt.
like, "Oh fuck."
Don't touch me there. Nah, nah,
This
nah,
is
nah,
my
nah.
new
You're
square.
square. Don't copyright us. What the
the
fuck now?
the story has like a really slow build up in the beginning, but it just
It was really hard for me to get into it in the beginning because it was
yeah,
such slow build. For me, at least, it was build. It the slow build up. I was confused what's going on too a little bit. Like, is this
sometimes
woman?
stories do that. I feel like it bounce a lot.
Yeah, and I felt like, oh, there's more than me. Is she like more than meets the eye, or is she just some normal peasant about to become someone grand because she's a fucking peasant?
I was just confused. I think it made more sense as we got what is it called?
Further into
In
the
the
story,
further into the story,
because I
like a
dropped
lot
it.
of questions were addressed and then
Mm-hmm. And I dropped it originally, and then you added to the recommendations in our Discord, and so I was
yeah.
like, okay, I'll give this
It's
another
like if
shot.
she read it, it's dope.
I don't know about dope, but it was still like you told me it was complete, so I'm like, okay, it's complete. Then I could fucking read it then and get through it.
Only reason I liked it is because I was just like like you said, it was a really slow build up. I was about to drop it and then shit started happening and I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah, I do
all
end up falling
right."
in love with a lot of the other characters. I'm not a big fan of
Right?
Eli. Like he's not best boy. He's not
The-
really, but he's still a good person.
he's a good character.
Yeah, he's a good character. I just not the biggest fan of him. I just want to punch
Yeah.
him.
I love Edna though. She's my favorite. Not
I
out
love.
of, Hang On, but
Yeah,
she she's like number 2,
number
like female
two.
wise.
Yee.
Should we get into spoiler time?
Spoiler time.
Spoiler time. So, the
Oh.
ending. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
Did you break the chicken?
It's not working.
You,
Are they
that's
giving
what
me
you get.
CPR?
That's
No.
what you get. That's
My
literally what
chicken.
you get. Are you
Oh, stay with me.
resuscitating the fucking chicken?
Stay
I
away.
cannot with you.
No. Spoiler chicken. You finally got a name, and now
You literally got the shit like yesterday.
I did. It was. He's. Oh, I'm gonna cut him open now.
No, bro, we're doing this. All right, spoiler time.
Squeak, squeak, squeak.
Squeak.
I can't do my funny kid doing.
Oh my god. So, I want to talk about what we found out about Edna and why she's so defensive about her background.
Being like her mom literally forced her to pretend to be a boy, which to also try to save her.
But
And
yeah,
also eventually, so when she gets the crown, then she can be like, "Fuck you, bitches! I have a vagina, and I'm now king."
yep. I really love the fact
I
that
understand what her
she
mom
was
was doing.
taught everything under the sun. Like she knew how to defend herself. She knew how to read, write, which is not very common with a lot of the women, I guess, in these types of stories. That their education is the highest. They have basic education, but not like to the level of princes or
Especially if you're not like a
men.
noble woman, you don't get any
Mm-hmm.
real education.
Yeah, but with her, what happened was she was raised as a man. The people that found out that she was a woman when she was born, they were given hush hush money, so no one knew. They always thought,
Yeah,
that's the prince, that's a prince. But as she started growing, took the appearance over as like a prince. He started binding her chest to just more look more masculine,
mm-hmm.
and she was taught like, oh, I know how to
And
fight.
she
I
was
know how to defend myself. What?
benevolent. It's BV.
Benefited it?
No,
Benefited it? Oh my
no, it's
god, I can't fuck.
benevolent. She was very
I can't.
nice. That's what I'm trying to say. Like
I
she
don't know.
cared about the people and tried to save them in their own way.
Good, you had a stroke, bro.
Well, because her, yeah, because I can't say benevolence.
Benevolence?
No, I think that's the word. No, I can't remember what
I
I was
don't
trying to
fucking know.
say. The squeaker popped out. That's what
It's
happened to
fine.
him.
It's fine.
That's what happened to
But
my chicken.
you're just fucking cutting it off. So, eventually, the The
I'm looking for a new one of
castle
names.
was raided and overthrown, and she was able to escape. Her mother defended her, and she ended up dying. And
But
she
faked her
kind of
death.
ran away and portrayed herself as a maid, and they assumed that she had died because she had a look-alike.
Yeah.
So they assumed that the last blood, like royal bloodline, was killed off, but it wasn't.
Yeah. And then there's all this shit that goes on with Eli, because he was supposed to be a king, actually. Take over his
Yeah.
father, but he gave it to his brother. The brother didn't want it. Didn't want to be king. Was like, fuck this shit. I don't want this. He actually picked a woman who was infertile, so then in a way. This is why I like the
Yeah.
ending of the story a lot. They made Edna's kid. Edna and her and Eli's kid become the new king.
Wait.
Eventually.
We have to talk about how when Eli found out that she was a badass.
Yeah, when people tried to raid the kingdom, their territory, and she was like, "Fuck you, bitches! I don't."
Yo, she was whipping shit, killing, slicing, dicing. This
She got
turned
like
into fucking
special
Hell's
whips
Kitchen
made
real
for her.
quick.
She turned real housewives into shit.
Oh my God. And I think the knights were the one that saw her first. They were utterly confused. They were like, "How the fuck do you know how to do that?" And eventually Eli found out because he witnessed her like going nuts on some people that were like that took her kid.
Mm-hmm.
She went real mama bear real fucking quick.
And she murdered them all. She doesn't need
Oh
no
my
man to
God.
protect her and her children. I'm buying a new chicken, by the way.
Honey. So eventually it
Is
fast
that too
forwards to
loud?
like I guess like 10 or 15 years later when their son is all grown up. I don't remember the son's name. I don't remember the son's name.
I don't
Shit.
either. I don't remember a lot of these because we read this a while ago.
Yeah, it was a while ago. But so basically at the end it was like this like wholesome little ending. It was like years later their son was grown up. He was like, boasting about how good he is with like swords. He's like, I'm the shit. I'm the shit. And
And
he
his
was
mom
talking
kicked his
back.
ass.
His mom No. His mom kicked Eli's ass
Yeah.
with
I
a
forgot.
wooden sword.
He's like, son of a bitch.
I think she is really cool.
I liked her a lot.
Like she doesn't like she seems as like like I'm a defenseless maiden, but like this bitch
This is
fucking
what was that other
packs.
bitch's name? Sarah Sahara's should have been. This is what she should have been.
Yeah, the from Sparkly Things.
Yeah. This is
Yeah,
the woman
I
she
feel
should have
like
been.
this would have been.
I'm buying a new chicken, by the way. I ordered it.
I feel like this would have been a better like thing where she would have been better like that.
Mm-hmm.
Her like Edna was like a much better like I guess version of how the story should be because I feel like a lot of strong female leads are like overthrown immediately within like 20 to 30 chapters and it's really
Yeah.
fucking annoying.
It's always annoying.
Because it just goes into this vicious cycle of it's the same story over and over and over again. Like, oh, strong female lead finds a man, gets head over heels, starts a family, has like fucking problems with the protagonist or whatever the fuck, blah blah blah. And then at the end, it's just like, oh no, I can't defend myself anymore. Blah, blah, blah. Like it's fucking boring. It's overused, and I'm tired
Mm-hmm.
of it.
I just love how Edna is like, just gets a whip made for her and just kicks ass.
Oh my God, and it was like, oh my God, it was so good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
That's
gonna
what
read
made me
this shit
stay with the
again.
story. That's the only reason that made me stay with the story a lot,
Oh
actually, to
my
be
gosh, she was
honest.
badass.
Yeah, she's badass. She's just like, no one tells me what to do. No one comes to my territory and fucks. I fixed it.
Oh no. Oh my God. You can
Oh, that
take your
fart
ass
smell.
anywhere.
Yeah, my ass farts a lot. Right now, I've just whipped a berry. Oh my god.
Bruh.
It smells. Um, I do like the rest of the
Oh, his name is
characters.
Alex.
Alex. Oh,
That's his son's name.
they have basic ass names, which I don't mind.
Which
I
is
don't mind.
fine.
It's fine to have basic ass names. You don't need nothing fancy. I do like the other characters that used to serve her and everything when she was a male. Well, when she was like pretending to be a prince and shit, and they all like
Uh-huh.
so happy that she was alive and everything. They're like, "We're here to serve you again. Fuck you, Eli." And he's like, "What the fuck?
Bruh.
I spared your lives during the war." They're all like, "Nah, this is our B."
This the bee. This be the bee.
And then they realized, "Oh yeah, you two are married. So that means we don't have to fight allegiance."
Mm-hmm. 1 second. Oh, excuse me. Right.
I'm taking this to work now. Everyone's fucked.
Stop. I guess for our ratings, what would you rate this? I'm gonna say a 4.
I'll say probably like a 3.8 for the build up. The build up was not like.
It was really slow.
Yeah, it was really slow, and there's like a lot of parts where it was confusing. Like what the fuck's going on? But then you get to the best parts, which is her being a badass. So that kind of brought it up from a 3 to a 3.8 for me.
Yeah. The normal names.
The normal names is what brought it up there too. Tired of these fucking complicated names. You don't need complicated names.
I love them because some of them are like genuinely pretty, but like the rest is just like bruh.
I don't even know. I don't remember some of the characters' names because they're too complicated for me to remember.
True. I
don't even really remember Ray's name.
Ray Liana.
Yeah.
I had to think about it for a minute.
See, because their names are like, they're too non-basic, okay? You want to marry Sue, you could just give them a basic name.
True.
Because everyone remembers Bella Swan. She's the Mary Sue of all. The queen.
I really liked the story, like I said, but it was just slow.
Yeah, it was pretty slow in the beginning. And shit. It was a little confusing. What was her not like I didn't want the secret revealed. It's just weird, like how they like caught like, oh, I got a secret. It's just weird because he became sus of her like real fast. Like,
yeah,
you're a sussy baka, and I'm like,
you little sussy baka.
Yeah. Smack Aaron Yeager. Did you see the video I sent you of me squeaking the chicken in my mouse pad?
Yes.
Let me squeak.
I put it in my Discord. Wait, is this? Do we stop recording?
No, I'm still going.
Shit!
I just thought of it randomly.
All right.
Thanks
for watching. What the fuck is our name again?
Webcomics Addicts.
Yo, this episode's gonna be so fucking chaotic.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be chaos. It's just a chaotic episode.
Oh my god.
If you guys have any suggestions for us to read, we're looking for mostly like webtoon class. I know some people are suggesting like mangas and stuff for us to read. I don't think
if it's short, we'll read it.
Yeah, but like some of the mangas are like public. I know some of the manhwas are also published, but we're just looking for more like the home base of them being online mostly. Because I know someone suggested some mangas and stuff for us to read, but nobody got time for that. No, I'm joking.
That shit long as fuck.
Yeah. Well, also too, because we're mostly focusing on webcomics and stuff. We're not really focusing on like they're published first. Yeah, I guess it's hard to explain. I guess like the ones that are published first, and then they get like a following and shit. We're focusing mostly on webcomics. But anyway, if you have any suggestions, comment below. And if you want to discuss things, remember to probably put spoiler in the top part of your thing if you want to discuss things. Maybe we'll make a future Discord. Who knows?
True.
We can all talk about all of our loving addictions of web comics and manhwas and whatever else you want to call them. Say word, bitches. I choke my chicken all the time. There's associated